What quote hangs on your wall? Welcome to Goal Getting Quote of the Day. I'm Tony Woodall, your host, and I will share with you a great quote I've heard, read, or that's been shared by one of my guests on Goal Getting Podcast weekly show, where I ask, what quote hangs on your wall? Thanks for listening, folks, and I really appreciate it. Hey, goal getters, thank you so much for coming back and listening to us again today. Today, we have a great quote from Nathaniel Brandon. The first step toward change is awareness. The second step is acceptance. Change is important in life. Without dreams and the changes they have brought, we would be in the Stone Age. All through life, we go through changes. We start as an infant, then as a toddler, then as an adolescent, a preteen, a teen, and then into adulthood. As we grow physically and mentally, we are hopefully growing emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually as well. Are you wanting to change your life? Are you trying to change the way you look or the way you feel? Do you want to be more than you are today? Being aware that you are needing change is the first step. The next step is accepting that you need to change. You can start drafting the action plan outlining the steps you need to take to achieve the changes you desire. After the first step and defining the goals, the action plan, the next step is the action itself. Believe me, this is the toughest step. I need to change. I let my health go several years ago as I worked toward my goals for the career of my dreams. I worked hard and I did not take care of my body. After I became a type 2 diabetic, I became aware of the need to change. But I still didn't for quite some time. I accepted that I had to do certain things to change, but not right away. Knowing and accepting this helps me to define the why and understand what I need to do to change. The second step is that important part of acceptance. Yeah, I realized that I had awareness. I'd never taken the second step of accepting it. So until I took that step, I didn't have the change or even the will or the why to change. So once I got to the point where I was aware and I had accepted that the change needed to happen, until that point, nothing happened. There was no action. There were no defined steps that I had to take. Without that first step of awareness and the second step of acceptance, you can't change. Now, knowing and accepting this helps me to define the why and understand what I need to do to change. Are you a busy entrepreneur like I was that is letting your health go? You can join me on my quest to achieve my goal. Set your own goals with me to change. There will be changes that need to occur. We will need to change habits, change choices, change activities, change our life. Will you be willing to make those changes? Will you commit with me? Go out today and recognize the changes. Accept the need to change. And let's change. Let's do it together. Thank you. This is Tony Woodall, your host for Goal Getting Quote of the Day and Goal Getting Podcast. I really, really do thank you for joining us. You had a choice of thousands of podcasts and you chose ours. I hope we can be an inspiration to you. My goal is to share tips, strategies, and inspiration to help you get the goals you set. Today, we're talking about change, what it takes to do that. I am on a goal this year to get better health and better wellness. My health and wellness goal is going to be highlighted throughout social media with my hashtag work on wellness. That is hashtag work on wellness. And we are going to make this change effective and permanent. I'm going to be working on changing not just a few things. I'm going to work on changing my lifestyles, work on changing my eating habits, work on changing my workout habits, work on changing my thought patterns that keep me from achieving these changes that I need to have to get the goals that I set for my health and wellness. So I want you to follow me on social media. I want you to follow me on the podcast. I want you to follow me on our website, on our show notes pages. The show notes page for this episode is goalgettingpodcast.com/QOD-198. And if you go follow that, you can get links to the Goal Achievement Success Systems episodes where I talk about the mental bank. And in there, we have episodes 34, 35, and 36 where we explain how our subconscious mind controls and keeps us from achieving the goals that we want to achieve. And we can overcome that with change. And we're going to show you and tell you how to change your subconscious mind for the better so that your mind will play goalie for your team and that it will help you become a goal-getting machine that you should be. This is Tony Woodall. Have a great day. If you like our show, tell your family, tell your friends. If you're working on weight loss, if you know somebody else who's working on a wellness goal, not just weight loss, but wellness. Did you know that the number one New Year's resolution used to be weight loss? As of this year, that has changed. Weight loss itself is below, I think, number 3 at this point, maybe even number 4. What is above that is having a well-balanced life or having health and wellness. Those are the top 2 New Year's resolutions because it's not just about the weight. It's about having a good health and a good wellness so that you're mentally, physically, emotionally well, and that is where we're working on. But until you work on your health controls a lot of that. It's hard to be happy when you're in pain all the time. It's hard to be happy when you're feeling bad about yourself. It's hard to be happy and have that mental and spiritual wellness if you don't have physical wellness. So I want you to, go out there with me, work on wellness, and use the hashtag work on wellness. Follow us, and we'll be talking more about that as we go throughout season 2 of Goal Getting Podcast. That's what we're going to be talking about. This is a hint. We're going to be talking about health and wellness, or working on wellness, during the first part of season 2, coming up on February 25th. Thank you, and have a great day.